girl Angie, and today I am going to be preparing arroz con pollo for my Latino friends, my Latino family. My good friend of mine, Chiquita, she asked me to make some arroz con pollo, but this one is just chicken and rice, but I'm doing it Puerto Rican style. And I will tell you, as I'm mixing the ingredients, she's Colombian, and I can tell you what they use instead. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our chicken and rice. So now I preheat your oven to 350. I have my ingredients. So I'm going to saute and soften my vegetables first before I combine the ingredients. So let's go ahead and get started. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So I looked up this thing, the arroz con pollo, and it's just chicken and rice, the Puerto Rican style. And so the first thing I'm going to be using is avocado oil. They say you can use olive oil, but I'm going to use avocado oil instead. And I'm going to use this to soften my vegetables. And so I'm going to turn on the fire. And let me put some oil in here and get that going. So now I have garlic, bell peppers, and onions. And so I'm making a smaller batch. It calls for a larger batch. And so if I was making a larger batch, I will be adding. So I'm going ahead and add that in because my oil is very hot. So and this is my cheat sheet. So I will use a half a cup of onion, 1 tablespoon of garlic, and 1 bell pepper. But since I'm making a smaller portion, I just condensed it to size. And if you're going to make a larger portion, you just increase your size of that. Right? So I'm going to go ahead. This is sauteing pretty good. It's softening. Or caramelizing, I should say. The one thing that I'm not going to use that this ingredients did call for Puerto Rican the chicken rice is raisins. So I'm not going to use raisins, but yes, it calls for raisins. Okay. So this is being sauteed nice and firmly. It's softened. You can see it's turning brown. It has a good color. The bell peppers is softened a little bit. So it has that good texture. Next, I'm going to add some pimentos. It calls for pimentos. A half a cup of pimentos. Like I said, I'm just going to use just this little bit. And mix it all together. Mix it. Now, if you want to use red bell peppers, you can. If you want to use yellow, because those, I like those colors and I like the texture and I like the taste of those. But for this particular recipe, I'm just going to stick with the green bell peppers. But if you can change it, say you don't like the green bell peppers the way it has that flavor, you can always. And I did use a green onion, 1 green onion, plus 2 slices of yellow onion to make the and that is browning pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and add. It said calls for this is 1 whole tomato. So you want to put that 1 tomato in there. To soften that a little bit. Now it also calls for canned tomatoes. I'm gonna put that in the end because that's already been stewed and cooked a little bit, and I don't want to overcook it where it's like rubbery. That's the most important thing. You don't want to overdo it and have that texture. I'm gonna go ahead and add my corn. Now, if you don't want to use corn, you can use peas. You can use peas if you want to. And it is cooking real nice and good. And while it is cooking, now the Colombian arroz con pollo, they use sausage, but this one calls for ham, so I'm gonna use some ham. And this is that I just cut up some ham. It's that smoked ham that I cut up, and I just pour that in there, and that's also gonna give its flavor. So this is cooking really good. With that little bit of avocado oil. Like I say, you just want to saute it and soften, because this mixture is going to be combined with the rice. And so I have a bay leaf and olives that I'm going to put in here. Now, like again, if you don't want to use olives, if you just want to substitute it for another type of vegetable, you can do that as well. If you want to use peas and carrots, you can use that. But this is the Puerto Rican style of arroz con pollo. All right, like I said, this is cooking, and I didn't want to overcook the tomatoes, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomatoes, my canned tomatoes. I just used about 1/4 cup of this. This is all nice and colorful. This is my olives and my bay leaf in there. And you do add 1 bay leaf. I add 1.5 bay leaf that I added to this ingredient. Okay, it's not too soft and it's not too firm. It's just right. Okay, even with the bay leaf, you don't, because it's such a hard leaf. It takes a while for it to really soak in and get softened, and so that'll get soft once I add my rice. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get this pan, and I'm gonna transfer all of these vegetables into this pan. Next, I want to add 1 cup of rice. And I'm going to add some oil to it. I'm going to spray the oil on it. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to pour it up, just tip it. There it is. So the rice is turning nice and brown. Has that good texture on it. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over. It'll take it. You can use any type of chicken you want to. If you want to use legs, you want to use thighs. And one thing that in the Colombian, the chicken is blended with the rice. But this Puerto Rican style of chicken and rice, of arroz con pollo, everything is separated. Come in. And garlic powder. Now, this one calls for saffron threads. Saffron threads is a spice that is very expensive. but I found this blend of herbal spices. This is Zone Tropical. Goya, they also have a sazon that you can use with the chicken and rice, arroz con pollo. So I'm going to add some of that to it. Some oregano that you're going to use. And cilantro. A little bit of cilantro. You can use fresh cilantro if you want to. I just happen to use it. I'm just going to put a pinch. And this Goya all-purpose seasoning, you can use that as well. So I'm going to blend these ingredients over here, and then I'm going to spread this out nice and firmly, evenly, so all of the spices can mix very well in there. And so the same spices I use for the vegetables and rice is what I'm going to use for my chicken. Only the exception is I'm not going to use oregano, and I'm not going to use the cilantro. Adobo, all-purpose. It has a lot of ingredients in there that give it a good flavor. And also my sazon, tropical. So what I want to do is turn this over and season the other side. Add some chicken broth. Now you can buy the canned chicken broth, or you can buy the big one where you can use this multiple times. So I'm just going to add this a little bit in there. And this will take down the seasoning. Turn down my oil a little bit, my fire. I'll turn off my oven, and I'm going to place the breast on top of the vegetables and the rice. And like I said, I didn't want to waste too much of the ingredients, so I put some broth in there. I'm going to put a little bit more in there, just so that all of it can come out. And you just pour it over there. This, you put it in the oven for 2 hours, 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, and when we get back, we'll have the finished product. All right, the arroz con pollo is done, it's complete. Thanks to Chiquita. I hope you look at this video and follow the instructions. Like I said, this is the Puerto Rican style of chicken and rice for my Latino side. If you want to go into that side, this is really good. So let's go ahead and do the taste test. Don't forget to like, share, leave comments of this dish. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and taste it. So now we have the taste test. Malachi is gonna taste it, and he's gonna tell us how it is. I have made this dish before, but this is a restart of making the arroz con pollo.
The spices really gives you a mouth-watering taste. Just the presentation is wonderful. And then you get a spoonful. It's like a little string that wants you to draw some more, eat some more. Shredded chicken combination.
There's a taste test. If you want to eat it with avocado, you can eat it with avocado, or you can eat it with salsa. You can make your salsa in that. So again, thank you for watching this video. Like, share, have a great week. Conquer. Remember to wear your mask. Stay at home or remain at home. Social distance. Wash your hands as often, and stay safe, stay healthy, and be well. Until next time.